Hi, I'm Bill Blain, Chief Strategist here at Shard Capital. This morning we yet again have markets close to record levels. Markets seem incredibly complacent about the threats that the coronavirus poses in terms of the potential of triggering a global recession. The word that is on, or the expression that is on everybody's lips, is a V-shaped recovery. The hope that the Chinese economy will simply shrug off very quickly the measures that have been put in place to contain the virus, and thus everything will very quickly return to normal. Now, economists are predicting a significant Q1 shock in Chinese GDP, and that is bound to have global effects because China is 17% of the global economy and they're a massive manufacturing center. Apple relies on Chinese factories to build its bright, shiny white things, and Apple needs these to sell in order to maintain its current stock price. At least that's the conventional wisdom, but in these frothy markets, anything looks to be possible. However, the V-shaped recovery is a hope rather than a likelihood. Hope, as we always say, is never a good market strategy. And the reason we're concerned about the chances for a V-shaped recovery from this crisis are all the various levels of damage that have been done to the Chinese economy. First, the Chinese economy is not ready for this crisis simply in terms of the resources and logistics that it has. The government is insisting that everyone needs to wear a face mask to work, but China only has the capacity to make 22 million face masks a day, which isn't going to cover the whole population. And anyway, as any doctor will tell you, as soon as a face mask gets moist from respiration, it becomes essentially useless. A face mask is a placebo. But it's the other damage that's been done to the economy in terms of supply chains and also workers that is more threatening. And one of the things that concerns us most is Chinese migrant workers. It looks like many of them are electing to simply stay at home and not go back to the cities they work in their dormitories. Now that could cause a shake-up throughout Chinese manufacturing, and I'd cite the example of the Black Death back in the 1400s in Europe. That killed a large swathe of the working population. It had the effect of pushing up wages and breaking down the feudal system. It also triggered a complete change in economies. Now, I'm not saying that this coronavirus, with a mortality rate the authorities now say is 1%, is anything like the same effect as the Black Death, but it could have similar change effects on China. Now, the Chinese government has said it is willing to do anything to stabilize and control the virus and to help the economy out in its hour of need, but these may well be mutually exclusive. Anyone looking at the market today and saying that because the infection rate seems to have fallen and the numbers are reducing is probably a little early. There's a lot of reasons that people are now uncovering for the fall in the infection rate, especially in the way the Chinese authorities are recording it. They no longer choose to count people who may be carrying the virus, but only those suffering from the symptoms. This is still a very fluid situation, and we are concerned that the market is underestimating what the real effects on a global slowdown could be.